Welcome back to Skippers, presented by Owners Box Fantasy Sports. Today's segment, waiver wire targets for Week 13 in fantasy baseball. Oh, the season's flying. Week 13. Holy. Avery, Jer, Drew, helping you navigate the wire before we get going. Shout out to Ace Hill, our partners. What does Ace Hill have, Jer?
Everything.
And we're bringing it back. StatCast profile of the day. It's going to show up on the screen. Show them where the profile's going to be. Awesome, Jared. Great work. We have one hint for you. Maple. That's it. Maple syrup. Is that the hint, boys?
That's the only hint. They were too easy before, so we have to make it a little harder.
Yeah.
So guess the player in the comments.
Yeah, there it is. Get some interaction. 100 comments, 100 likes. Subscribe. Join the Cord.
Giveaway coming soon. Next week. Promise.
You got to keep promising that.
Well, we promised a giveaway. It's coming. It's coming.
Have you decided what we're going to give away yet?
It's a surprise. It's a surprise. You can't say it now. It's a surprise,
true,
or else we'd just announce it.
Yeah, we would just announce it. So
Big
we'll get
giveaway.
on that. Jer, let's get into two of your targets.
All right, so my first guy is JP Crawford. Both actually under 10% owned, so they should be available in all your leagues. JP Crawford has been really good. I actually picked him up myself in my points leagues. He's a guy, great contact hitter. In the last 14 days, he is ranked 9th for average, hitting 380 right now. Leadoff hitter for the Mariners in that ugly-ass lineup. Holy shit. If you ever go take a look at that lineup, because it is not very good.
Shed long.
But anyways, he's going to see leadoff time, and I mean, average, he's been great. On base percentage, he's been pretty good. He's 88th percentile right now in whiff percentage. So obviously he doesn't miss the ball often. So I think he's a good pickup. Ride him for now and see how he does. But I do think while he's hot right now, I'd keep him in your lineup. Shortstop eligibility too.
Agreed. Let's hear this name, Jer.
Yeah, so this name we had to...
I had to take you to
Joey
school.
Lucchesi.
Yes, Jeremy.
Since when does two C's spell K? Is everyone wondering? But anyways, that's how you spell it.
That's how you pronounce it.
Pronounce it, my bad. 26.1 K percentage this year and a 6.5 walk percentage. His ERA is 5.18, but his expected ERA is like 3.68. So obviously his defense, not getting lucky. But no, I mean, he doesn't really go deep in leagues. So quality start leagues, I'm definitely not picking this guy up. They don't really push this guy, but man, that K percentage is nice. That walk percentage is low. He has 3 earned run in his last 4 starts, and you can tell they're kind of pushing him, so he's getting eligible for wins. I would take a really hard look at picking him up while he's hot right now.
Only 6% rostered, so he's pretty much readily available in any league. When he was pitching for the Padres, I saw him pitch like one awesome game. I thought he was going to be the next best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, he did look pretty good 2018, 2019.
He's kind of got a funky delivery.
He does, for sure.
Yeah.
So, good picks. Drew, we want to get into your guys.
All right, so I got a couple batters for you guys. First guy, Bobby Bradley of the Cleveland Indians, DH, 15% rostered. Last 2 weeks, he's got 375 average, 8 runs, 4 home runs, and 11 RBI. So that's basically his stats in the year because he was called up about 2 weeks ago. Through his 35 plate appearances, 25% have been barrels. He's slugging over 800, and he's got 4 home runs on the season. Add that on to the 9 home runs he had in AAA before getting called up. So this guy is a big power threat for Cleveland, and you don't find power on the wire very often. So when real power like Bobby Bradley comes along, you got to pick it up.
We picked up Bobby Bradley. He's done wonders for our team.
Big Bob.
I didn't think he was going to be as great. People, like some of the prospect writers, don't think his hit tool's that good, and people are going to start to figure him out. That's what happens with rookies, but ride them. Ride these guys. Stream them, So good pick on Bobby Bradley.
All right, my second guy, Steven Duggar of the Giants, 7% rostered. Last 2 weeks, 325 average, 9 runs, 3 home runs, 7 RBI, add 3 steals to that as well. Looking at a StatCast profile, 84% sprint speed, and he barrels the ball 14% of the time, so that's a pretty good power-speed combo right there. But the thing with Steven Duggar is the peripherals do not look good. Expected batting average, quite a bit below his average. Expected WOBA, quite a bit below his WOBA. But for 7% rostered, and while he's been hitting well, I'd pick him up, start him for a week if you need to fill in, and then drop him when he gets cold. I mean, the Giants are better than expected. It's it's a pretty good lineup to be in anyway.
I don't think he's a big power hitter. He's a kind of bat on the ball type hitter. I don't think it's a bad pick at all. 7% rostered too.
Yeah.
You don't need to automatically start these guys when you.
But if you need a couple steals, a little bit of sneaky power, that's the guy to pick up right now to fill in at outfield.
Typical Giants.
You like the
Again,
Giants?
these low-key guys that are just raking.
Yep.
No, he's been great the past few days. I would definitely ride him.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like the Giants?
10.5. They're beating the Dodgers right now.
Okay.
Dodgers aren't healthy.
Just not
Come
listening
on.
to instructions. Jeremy Roach at it again. All right, my first guy, CJ Cron of the Rockies, 31% rostered, slashing 256, 360, 453, 8 homers, 25 RBIs, 3 homers, 7 RBIs in the last week, though. He is a minimum 30-homer guy in Coors Field as the 4-hitter. That is not something you see on your wire, like you said about Bobby Bradley. We know way more about CJ Cron than we know about Bobby Bradley, but maybe that's why people are excited on a guy like Bobby Bradley. But CJ Cron, kind of a boring pick. We listen to Scott White in the car all the time, and he says every single week when CJ Cron is at home that he's a sleeper hitter, and he's always commenting on that. And then this week, 3 home runs in the past week, and he's just doing his thing. He mashes left-handed pitching. He's hitting .339 with a 1.046 OPS against it. So if you can stream him in a daily league against lefties, it is pretty much your best option you can get at the first base position. As I said, 30 home run minimum guy, I think. You know what you're getting here. Undervalued. He was in the undervalued player episode, was he not?
I remember that. Yeah,
I
you
picked him there too. Mm-hmm. He had a great April. He's not having that good of a month right now, which is kind of weird. So I think this last week he's kind of getting it back going, knowing what CJ Cron can do. So pick up CJ Cron.
Love that pick. I cannot believe he's below 30% rostered.
He's 31% rostered.
At 31% rostered.
Yeah.
It seems like somebody should be like 75% rostered.
He had a time where he was doing pretty shit, I believe.
Yes,
Right?
I'd agree.
Yeah.
And it's
But
I
then
think
you
that's
bench
why.
him and
I
you
think
wait
he was
for the home games.
I think he was picked up pretty heavily to start
early.
the year.
Well, because he crushed spring training.
He did start. Yeah, I think he had a good start to the year.
Yeah.
And then he really slowed down, but you tried to ramp things up.
Second guy, Patrick Sandoval of the Angels, 13% rostered this year, 1-2, 378 ERA, 129 WHIP, 34% called strike and whiff rate, though. I love that. He's allowed no more than 2 runs in each of his 5 starts since returning to the rotation. I don't know, and he just mixed in a nice 32 whiff performance on June 6th. That's fucked.
That's a lot of whiffs.
Yeah, that is a ton of whiffs. I'm pretty sure it was against the Mariners, though. So take it with a little
That
grain of
lineup,
salt there.
that
yeah.
goddamn lineup.
Yeah, your boys over there in
Yeah.
Seattle. He's a nasty changeup. We watched some of his highlights here. You watch him pitch, and he throws that changeup 34% of the time. Players are only hitting 130 off of it with a 35% whiff rate. That's got to be close to one of the best pitches in baseball on the changeup. He's really good. He's kind of one of those mid to soft throwing lefties. His fastball average is like 93.4, which is actually pretty good for a lefty, but his fastball isn't that good. It gets hit hard. These guys don't have great StatCast numbers. When you're like those mid to soft throwing lefties, they just get hit hard when they give up contact. But it's a lot of the ground balls. But if he gives up a lot of fly balls, he could be in trouble. Keeping the ball on the ground is a thing for him. He gets hitters to whiff a lot. So, young guy too. We said he's born in '96. That's 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
I feel like my body's deteriorating, but at that point, those guys, they should just start getting going. So he's starting to figure out pitching in the big leagues. Patrick Sandoval, take a chance on him.
Yeah, I like that pick. To be honest, I had no clue who he was. When they were talking about in the Discord, I thought they were talking about Pablo Sandoval.
When you said you're taking Sandoval, I thought you were talking about Pablo.
Yeah.
If I ever
and I was so confused
Pablo
with Discord.
Sandoval, I will dress as a panda for a day.
He has looked okay when he pinch hits.
That was the way. I haven't looked at his stats in a long time, but there was like 3-week stretch where Pablo Sandoval was hitting only home runs off the bench.
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
like
I remember
Matt
that,
Stairs,
yeah.
the best pinch hitter of all time, but it was fucking the panda, dude. He's so good. But no, I think these are pretty good picks. Anyone else other comments before we get going?
Great picks, guys.
Yeah. Shout out Ace Hill. Comment.
Yes, player
of the day.
profile. Guess it in the comments, please.
And his maple syrup.
Yeah. I work on a maple syrup farm. People forget. You guys don't forget because I tell you every day. But shout out to me. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We will see you next time.